Hello, and welcome back, most illustrious members of the Detail, friends, enemies, and those yet undecided, monarchs of any, all, or no genders. I'm your host, D, also known as MtF DOOM on Marvel Snap, and today we are going to be making some compelling plays. I hope that you enjoy. So, if you haven't been following, America is having a rough time, bestie. And if you don't know this about me, it is my job to help fix that. And so I am very busy with that type of work, but it's a lot of work, and I kind of missed playing video games. So don't. I think I say this every time I make a video. Don't expect this to be a new thing that I do, but I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be making this video. I hit Infinite really, really fast with this deck, like less than 24 hours. So I wanted to tech it because I haven't seen anyone else playing it, and it seems weird because it seems super like obvious to me. So the idea of this deck is that like I just came back to Marvel Snap after like over a year hiatus, like 6 weeks ago. So that was when Galacta, I believe, was the season pass card. And so like if you've played through the last 7 weeks like me, you have Galacta, Iron Patriot, and Captain America. I also lucked out and got Rocket Raccoon and Groot, which wasn't a season pass card, but was like in the cash shop or the season caches or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the terminology anymore. I'm a fake fan. But I lucked out and got Rocket and Groot. So like all of these are very much mid-range cards. And if you know me, you know I like mid-range. But Bishop is a kind of unplayable nonsense at this point. But I miss him. I really like Bishop. So the point is, all that rambling to say, let's build a mid-range deck, right? The idea of this deck, if you don't know, is that like there at one point was a deck that wanted to play like Moon Girl and Spider-Man and a bunch of stuff that you could trigger a single movement with. So you could play 2 1-mana 1/6s on your final turn and some other stuff. This one, we're mostly just trying to leverage the fact that like Iron Patriot generates value, and it's pretty easy to have the initiative going into like turn 2 and 3 because you get the shield, right? By default, you have a 1/1. This card isn't, the 1/1 itself isn't very good, but obviously if you can bounce it around, it's pretty good. But the whole idea is that like, you know, just always having access to 1 point of power in one lane, and then having a couple like decent 1-drops. Either of these could be Hydra Bob. Either Chavez or Nightcrawler could be Hydra Bob. And they could also be Quicksilver, probably. Although I think these are both like before pool 3 cards, so you should have access to both of them. But if you have a Hydra Bob, that's probably an upgrade. Other than that, we just have a couple of ways to move stuff. Jeff, Nightcrawler, Juggernaut move stuff. Iron Lad can move stuff if it is a mover or a Juggernaut. And then we can take advantage of the shield moving back and forth with Kraven as basically a second Captain America effect. Kraven doesn't have the ongoing to move the shield, but, you know, if the shield moves to where Kraven is, Kraven gets the same +2 as if the shield had given him +2. Works all the same. And then the final like thing is that because we're playing to like we want to win a lane with Iron Patriot, we can win that lane with Iron Patriot into like Jeff and Nightcrawler and functionally have filled the lane, but not actually filled the lane by like later moving Jeff or Nightcrawler away. And because we're going like pretty high power plays, pretty like, you know, we're really building something here with the Kraven, Captain America, Iron Patriot going on, Galactica, that Alioth just makes sense as our 6-drop, right? Like we don't really need Doom as much as let me pull it up. I got the sick Doom art and splurged and gave it one of the custom borders because this is like cool as shit. But Doom is not, like, ideal in this deck because, like, we have ways of getting into locations. We have so many ways of getting into locations that otherwise we couldn't, that Doom, like, doesn't really offer us what we need in this deck. The other thing to note, and this is super, super cool, is that the downside to Galacta is that generally a 4/6 itself is a little low on power. The good thing about Galacta is that she actually represents more like 4/12. It's just 4/6 on this body, and then +3 power on your first play on turn 5, and +3 power in your first play on turn 6. But the downside being you can't usually get that power in her lane. But because we're playing so many cards that can move, you can get that you can play Galacta on 4, then on 5 you can play Rocket Raccoon or Jeff somewhere else, and then on 6 you can move Jeff or Rocket Raccoon or Nightcrawler into Galacta's lane, and therefore sort of be able to benefit from her +3 in her own lane, which is not normally possible. So all that being said, I'm going to show you some highlights from some Conquest mode, because I already hit Infinite and I want to do Conquest because I want the rewards. So I hope that you enjoy. So this is quite good. This is what we want the deck to look like. We're going to fight over Mojo because we want to win the tiebreakers. I think I probably mentioned this in the deck tech, that we're all about trying to keep priority for like 90% of the time, right? New York is incredibly good for us. We can put Kraven there and put some other stuff at some other locations, and on turn 6 move the stuff to Kraven's location if that's going to win us the game. Oh, that's a little worse. It's not overly bad for us though, but you can't move stuff with Dark Dimension on turn 6 because it's face down and it won't let you move it. But we did draw our Miles Morales, so we're happy about that. I think that I am okay and priced into making this play, and I actually think I'm going to do this as well because we have Wilson, we can move the shield every turn. We always have access to a 1-cost Miles Morales. We got our movers online nice and early. We're gonna outscale a lot of decks, and oh, okay, so that's bad. Well, you can still move the shield, and that's great. The fact that you can still move the shield around to get the buffs is really, really good. But yeah, that hurts, and Red Guardian is a beating for us a lot of the time. We have pretty good top decks on this Iron Lad, and we have priority, so if we do hit Alioth or Rocket and Groot, we are pretty happy. So let's see what we do hit. I mean, any of them we're happy. Rocket and Groot, we get a free 1 power off our opponent. Yeah, get wrecked. Slightly smaller Sam Wilson. And then they know we will they know we have it, but it just doesn't matter. For efficient use of our... Oh, we're going to do this. Efficient use of our mana, because again, we always have the 1 mana 1/6. That would make Alioth a little awkward, because we'd probably be priced in to playing Alioth left, which we might not want to do, but we'll see. Okay, no, I think we're pretty good with this. Yeah, I mean... The Kraven's great in the mirror for this reason too. It's just like, look at what a beating. Yeah, your Alioth is worse because we have priority. How do they have 6? Oh, they're okay. They are playing Erishim, and I did not notice, and that's on me. Okay. But yeah, we are super happy with this. I think we go like that, and then. I think that's it. No, let's undo that. Let's look at that again. Maybe we don't want to do that. Because we can move this... Okay, we can move... Alright, wait, okay. Like that. And then like that. And then like that. And then like that. I think that's more power total. Let's do that. And while we only have the one card, which is Rocket and Groot over here, I think in a lot of ways that usually wins us the game. But let's just see what happens. So if they have Shangers mid, we're not thrilled. But, like, we still don't necessarily lose. Yeah, yeah, that's so good. Yep, and then even with the -1 from the shield, we win this one. That's so good. Yeah, so this deck's sick. Obviously, like an Airsham deck. So that's, yeah, they're playing Rogue Shang. They're just playing their own tech cards and then letting Airsham take the wheel on everything else. So we just got to look out for that. They have solid tech cards. Actually, in general, we are usually not that weak to Shang because in general, our stuff doesn't really get to 10. If we have Alioth, that gets Galacta'd sometimes, but like it's pretty unlikely. Okay, Korg is that. That's from Airsham. Okay. All right, so their Airsham is black and white with rainbow confetti. So usually the cards we see that are black and white with rainbow confetti, we can maybe think that they're all those. Oh, is that okay, so did they just get Sentinel? Well, second game in a row. Oh, I wonder, I don't know this because like I'm pretty new to being back. What in the hell? That was weird. I don't know why that happened. Like I said, I'm pretty new to being back, so I don't know if Airsham in Conquest gives you the same deck every time, or if it gives you different cards. But like, them getting Sentinel twice would be kind of weird, right? That seems like it would be kind of weird. Did not draw our Sam. I guess we're gonna Iron Lad. They didn't play anything? That's weird too. I'm gonna Iron Lad over here and just see what we hit. This is games where the deck gets awkward, but is what it is. Weirdly, the squirrel can kind of hilariously maybe cover our shield from the Red Guardian. If they go for it. Doesn't look like they drew it. All right. They blink away into a Legion. Everything's worse. Oh, God. All right. I guess we will just make it hard for them to predict where our power is going to go on turn 6. I guess it's the best we got. Oh, that's good for them. Okay. Baron, Invisible, and Null. Okay, that was as bad as it could have gone for them. Oh, boy. Oh. All right, so they have priority, but I think we still just kind of win by doing this, because we will Juggernaut out whatever they play in center, although they could fill all 4 spots, but I think that might be unlikely. Alioth probably gets us center, but if not, I think we just win due to power advantage. They didn't even Alioth. Okay. They can also, I mean, they can always have something that adds power other places, but they don't. Yep, and that's it. Even if they had played center, we would have just Juggernauted it to the left. Ooh! that actually had me worried for a sec. Okay, that didn't matter. And we do know they have Alioth. That was one of their natural cards from game 1, so that I couldn't snap on that just in case, because that would have gotten us, but they didn't have it, so we'll take a 2-cuber. And had they snapped, we would have had to retreat. All right, if we draw Sam, oh damn, okay. I mean, we got an okay chance, and we have the curve. The curve is a little less good against Alioth in general because their turn 3 is bigger, right? On turn 3, they get the extra mana. Oh, I mean, we want to fight for that, so we're gonna fight for it. And we have Juggernaut, so it's very likely that we'll hold it at least next turn, unless they somehow get priority here. Oh, no! So, our Juggernaut only ties them in center. Oh, but... Okay, no, we are so chillin'. If they play something center, we kind of have to hope it goes left. But if it does, this game is just in our favor. They might not play anything, and then we win anyway. Or we win this location because we get the Baxter building. All right. And now we got Gore for 2 mana. That puts us in an absolutely commanding spot. We will go like that. No, we want to get Galacta out. Do we? Or do we want to do that? I think they're going to take center here. If only, yeah. But I think we're okay with that. Maybe we should have played both of these at Baxter. It's possible that we wanted to do that instead. But I really like this. I think we're going to try to surprise them at Baxter with just Gore. And I think there's a really good chance that that works. Or maybe we, you know what? We actually might just give up on Baxter building and let them win it. And then, yeah. Okay, we're just going to let them win Baxter building, I think. And not worry about it. Although now they have Prio, which makes our Gore really risky. And our Juggernaut is already on the field. So the only thing left in our deck is Rocket and Groot, which is not good with Iron Blade. And that will not be an on reveal. So it won't buff Gore at all. Yeah, I mean, this... Maybe they... You know what? Maybe they Aelioth Baxter building. That's my... I think they're going to Aelioth the Baxter building to try to guarantee that. But I've been wrong before. Ooh! But I think that made it worse for them. But not worse enough? Question mark? Not quite worse enough. Dang! Good play by opponent. Okay. This Our Lady of Saints thing is... I'm not a fan. Our deck in general does tend to fill lanes, but we have a bunch of move cards, so we fill and then unfill lanes. And so this is like worse for us in a lot of ways, because it ends up making... Like, what we want to do next turn is go Jeff... In fact, I think we want to do it bad enough that even though we'd be better off playing on the left, we're going to play on the right. So we'd want to play on the left to avoid Wilson coming down the same lane as our Iron Patriot, which is what happened last time, which we did not like. That's that shit we do not like. But we do like this. It's very unlikely, even with the energy advantage, that they will be able to play 10 on the right. So our Thanos is going to be a 2-mana Thanos, which is great. We love that. We didn't draw our Wilson, so this doesn't matter. Also, I don't think... Oh, yeah. Oh, another Thanos. They lose their blob, which is great. We love them losing that blob. That's been really good for them. In general, I don't love committing Thanos yet, so I don't think I will, because I don't want it getting shanged. Although we have the Thanos in the middle, which might... So 13, if they move the shield away and back, that's 15. So this still forces them to shang middle if they want it. And I like that. I like forcing the shang in the middle. only for us to have another Thanos. I mean, or we can Thanos right. No, that's what we're going to do. We're going to Thanos right this turn, and we will rocket and also grouped over here while we have Prio. Yeah, your Alioths are useless. You're a fool. If they go for the Shang right, the Soul Reed Shang right, we're still fine with that. Oh, that's bad. But we have Prio. No, we're fine. We have Prio. They discarded Blob, and we can move 7 power over here. Although maybe we don't want to move 7 power over here. 4, 7. That'll be 9 on the left, plus Rocket and Groot. The thing is, if we move Jeff and it becomes a symbiote, they can Shadow King. So I think this is enough. I think this is enough. Oh, but I've been wrong before. But I think maybe they were hoping that we no, I think we're just gonna lose. No, we're not just gonna lose. We're just gonna win by 1 Rocket and Groot. Oh my lord. Alright, they give up. They give up. Our plays were too compelling for them. They could not deal with it. Yeah, so I mean, that's it. That gives you the idea of what's going on. I think I forgot this in the intro. I mean, I say I think. I god dang no, I forgot it in the intro. The other reason this was called Compelling Plays is because we were, at one point, we were using the fact that Iron Patriot, Rocket and Groot, and we were also playing Nebula, all compelled people to play into certain lanes, and that made, like, we could play, I think we only played Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon, because they're, like, quite overstated if you hit the on reveals. And Gamora, I think, was the other one. But the move package with the 1 mana Miles Morales felt actually more consistent, and the Alioth was just such a natural fit. But if you want to play this that way, that I saw some success with that, but I don't know, Nebula was just getting like sniped, or there's enough people playing stuff that can then move, so like they could keep Nebula from actually going off often enough that it just felt like really frustrating. And she's like notably worse as you draw her later in the game, whereas other than on turn 6, America Chavez is like a fine card, you know, or you can decide if she's a fine card because you can see what's left in your deck and whether or not giving 2 power to one of your potential hits, like, you know, if all that's left in your deck are cards that you are very unlikely to play, then you don't have to worry about trying to slot in Chavez. But, like, you know, you can make an informed decision. Whereas if you draw Nebula halfway into the game, you're just like, this card sucks. This card's bad. I don't like it. So, yeah, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you are staying safe, all of you. And I will see you all again eventually. Bye.